and welcome to another episode of Theories and Thoughts podcast with your hostess, Anya, and
Fancy.
that didn't give me enough time to do nothing. So
Yeah.
while I'm trying to figure that out, who do we have going on? Who's here? Who's in the house? Who's out there? Put your location. What's your location? What's that song that was location?
Send me your location. I don't know.
Is that the name of it? Is that what it was?
I don't remember the name of it exactly, but
well, we have a pretty dope situation going on today. At 10 after the hour, we will have Miss Wennita come on, Miss Reed, sports analyst, to give us her predictions for the Super Bowl while you all are getting in here. Also, today we have what we calling it? A theory or thought question?
it's just a theory. Well, it's a thought.
It's a thought. It's a thought question. So the thought is, if you single and you happy, why you so down on Valentine's Day? Like, what's your problem? Because so many people be screaming that they're happy and they single, and Valentine's Day is every day. It's every day. Oh, he was send me your location.
Yes.
Send me your location. Hey, T-Bo.
Thank you.
Thank you. But why y'all so down on Valentine's Day? I don't understand. And for me, like, yeah, they gonna give y'all them, like somebody had post, women don't like teddy bears and we don't like this, that. I'm like, speak for yourself. I love teddy bears.
I don't think I've ever received a teddy bear, but yeah, I would be happy to get one. I do still like that type of stuff.
I love it. So put in the comments what y'all think is the reason why people are so down on Valentine's Day. My lash don't look like it's acting right, but that's okay. And it could be because I'm looking down trying to share. So, Fancy, how was your weekend? What did you get done? What did you do this weekend?
I had a photo shoot with Smile for Mika, who I tend to go to as a
I was about
photographer.
to say that's like your go-to photographer.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites to shoot with, and it was good. I don't know what's been going on, but it was a good show, I think. And also, of course, I always watch Power either with my boyfriend or with my daughter. And so this weekend, I watched the finale with my boyfriend. And for those who watch Power, if y'all watch Power, drop something in the comments. I want to know what you all think about the ending. Even though it seems like I have this thing with 50 Cent, I don't like a lot of what he does. His shows are just, they be so good, like they're addictive, and it's crazy because I would like for us to be able to promote them more, but they all kind of have some type of drug affiliation, so we can't just talk about them the way we like to talk about them. But they just be so good. So I'm just curious, and also I wanted to give my little spiel on something, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched the ending. So I'm trying to wait that out. But we will do our little post tonight because I'll be trying to get people to Tuesday to go ahead on and watch. Like if you watch past Tuesday, we can't help you after that. But yeah, so that's kind of how my weekend went. But it was good. Yours?
I actually went to a Friday. We were still thawing out. We had a snowstorm Wednesday, and it hit Wednesday. Well, it started Wednesday night as sleet and rain, and on Thursday it snowed on top of that. So we was just in the house while Chloe went to work. I wasn't going nowhere. What am I saying? Oh, so Friday I went to work. So I didn't really do nothing else. I went to my part-time. I work my full-time all the time, of course, because that's here at the house. Saturday, I went to a day party brunch. It was dope. She's from New York, so her friends from New York came down. We had a good time. I really, really, really enjoyed myself with them. Like, it was really, really, really dope. So That was good. And Sunday I just worked, but it was like I had fun and I felt so sassy and sexy. Like I really felt sassy and sexy. You know, I like putting on those dresses that make you feel like, yeah, boo. And some about me, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later in the segment, but I sometimes I'm not confident in a room. Well, I'm not, it's not that I'm not confident, but I get kind of insecure. I'm confident in who I am, but being in a room with other Black women, because other Black women have hurt me so much, you know, with different things, that it be like, I'm confident in myself, if that makes sense, but in talking to them and maybe speaking and saying different things to them. But those women were so freaking dope. Like they were like, hey girl, and I'm dancing, we laughing, we joking. Like when I got to my table, because it was assigned tables, when I got to my table, the lady was like, oh, you sitting with us? Oh, hey girl. I mean, like just so welcoming. And I love walking in a room full of Black women and it's welcoming. Like they come in and they like, hey girl, you know, everybody just so hella cool. So I love it. I really, really, really enjoy myself. And came home. They went to karaoke that night and my butt went to sleep.
Okay. About how many women was it?
It was maybe about 40 or 50. Wow. And one white girl. So yeah, it was really good. Shout out to Siobhan. It was her birthday. Vonnie, she was actually a part of my Pick Your Persona shoot. So
oh, okay.
But I know her from her friends. So you know, I told you I pick people friends. Like they become my friends. Okay. Seriously. So that's what I did. And this weekend, oh well, I'll tell you that at the end of the episode.
All right. Well, are we ready to start our sports segment?
I wore my cowboy shirt too.
Oh, look, I was thinking more Valentine's Day. I didn't even think about it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead on and bring in Wennita then.
Hey ladies, can you hear me?
Yes. So guys.
All right. So first of all, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, y'all, we're doing something special tonight. So Miss Wennita is a sports analyst, and she's going to talk predictions. So she's going to tell y'all all about her. So go ahead.
All right. So yes, I am Wennita, the NFL chick, and I am here to give my Super Bowl pick for Super Bowl 56. Can y'all believe we are at 56 years of the Super Bowl? I'm so excited. I love football, and I am here to tell y'all who I believe will win the Super Bowl. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know that about it, but
you don't know anything about it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, to let you know. So, first of all, I want to let you know that I am a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan, if y'all can see. I'm representing that big play Slay today with the number 2 jersey on, representing the Philadelphia Eagles Pro Bowl. Darius Slay. I see that, Cowboys. Yeah, I see it. I see it. We are divisional rivals, but you know what? I love you, so I'm not even going to hate on your team today. I'm not. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into this Super Bowl right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the St. Louis. You know what? I'm so old school. I was about to say the St. Louis Rams, because that's how far back I go. So this team did transition to Los Angeles, and they are the Los Angeles Rams now. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about first going forward is during the offseason, it's crazy because they had this blockbuster trade where they brought in Matthew Stafford to the Rams and sent off Jared Goff to the Detroit Lions. So if anybody know anything about the Detroit Lions, that is where your career goes to die. Usually when players are at the very end of their road, that's where they go to die. So I was so happy to see Matt Stafford be basically resurrected and put on the Rams team to lead this team. And look where it has taken them, all the way to the Super Bowl, right? So what I wanted to talk about besides that are the keys to victory for both of these teams. So the first key I have for the Rams, they have to make sure they convert first downs. But But before I go into that, before the keys, these teams are so evenly matched that it was hard for me to break down the 3 keys to victory for both of these teams because they are so similar when it comes to their offense and the offensive weapons that they have. So the 3 keys that I'm about to give, it's for both of the teams, the Rams and the Bengals, okay? So the first thing we need to do is make sure that they convert on third down. You cannot go onto the field and go 3 and out consistently against either one of these teams because they have so much offensive weapons that they will be able to score on you in a blink of an eye. So you have to maintain the time of possession and you have to keep the ball on your side of the field and you cannot let the other offense get on the field. So first key, convert the third downs, right? Number 2, they have so many weapons on offense, both of these teams, as far as their wide receiver power. But I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say this Super Bowl, they have to run the ball. They have to. The Bengals got to get Samaje Perine, Joe Mixon. They got to get them some carries to be able to open up the passing game. On the other side, Cam Akers and Sony Michel, they have to get the run game going as well. Number 3 for both of these teams, you cannot turn the ball over. I'm telling you, that is what's going to be key in this game. If there are any turnovers, that team is going to win. Okay. Also, with this Super Bowl 56, you have Jalen Ramsey, which is a shutdown corner, going against a rookie wide receiver, which is Jamar Chase. Now, this rookie, y'all, he put up 81 receptions, 1,455 receiving yards, and 13 touchdowns in one season, his rookie year, right? I don't want to go over my time, so I'm going to speed it up. So if the Rams decide to double team Jamar Chase, I am looking for T. Higgins to have a breakout game in this Super Bowl because you have Jamar Chase. If the Rams decide to double team Jamar Chase, you will see Jalen Ramsey and T. Higgins in one-on-one matchups. That is actually what I'm excited to see because everybody right now is talking about Jamar Chase on Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase. But in a double team situation down the field, we're going to see that one-on match between Jamar T. Higgins and Jalen Ramsey. I'm looking forward to that, y'all. And for my Super Bowl pick, finally, y'all, I'm going to take the Rams over the Bengals. Not a very common decision, but I believe that the Rams, by picking up Matt Stafford in the offseason and being able to do what they have done by bringing in veteran players like Von Miller on defense, they also brought in Odell Beckham on their offense. So come on, y'all. That's too much star power. That's too much firepower. Even with the Bengals, you have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins, but I believe what it's going to come down to is what team is going to get a turnover. And I believe that's going to be the Rams. So I'm picking the Rams to win the Super Bowl 28-17.
Ooh.
That's what I have, y'all. 28-17. Let's go Rams. So Sean McVay's defense is going to step up. They're going to get to Joe Burrow, which was sacked more than any quarterback in the league, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah. So Aaron Donald is going to come off that line hard, and he is going to get to Joe Burrow. So I'm taking the Rams. That's my Super Bowl pick, ladies.
Wow. Okay. Now, I know some Bengals fans that might feel a little different.
Oh, I'm sure they are, because if you think about the Bengals, they have been in the basement forever. Since I've been watching football, the Bengals have been in the basement forever. But I'm so excited to finally see new blood in the Super Bowl. I'm happy to see these young quarterbacks, these young teams, these young coaches. I'm so excited to see this, y'all. I'm telling y'all, on Sunday, we are going to get ready for a wonderful Super Bowl. And don't even forget about that halftime show, okay? Because I'm going to be dancing and everything the whole time. You hear me?
Now, listen, I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm going to watch for the football, but I'm looking for the halftime and I'm looking for the commercials.
Yes, the commercials and the halftime is going to be off the charts, but I'm telling y'all, get ready for a good game. That's what I'm here for. Get ready for a good game. We're going to get ready to see just some crazy offense going on. I really believe it's probably going to start out a little bit slow because we have people there that have never been there before. So, y'all watch out and watch Matt Stafford. Watch Matt Stafford. He's got a lot to prove because when you have been in the basement for so long and you finally go to a team and within your first year you take them to the Super Bowl, that is something to be extremely proud about. And I'm rooting for Matty Stafford, y'all. I really am, because I really believe the Bengals are so young that they have so many opportunities to continue to grow. And we're going to be talking about the Bengals for a long time, a very long time. So
I heard it here first on Theories and Thoughts.
Yes, you did. You're so welcome. Thank you, ladies. It was a pleasure.
I was like, slow down. You ain't got to rush. But
I know I'm nervous. This is my first time. And it only will get better later. But I really appreciate this. This was fun, y'all.
Oh, welcome. Wennita be on it, y'all. And y'all can tell she liked the Eagles.
I love the Eagles. That's my team. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I see we have a lot of Cowboy fans actually in the comments, and then you've been getting a lot of love with your predictions, but I see that, don't count the Bengals out. That was Christopher Rashad. Goodson, and then Tebow said, I do not really care about who wins, that the Saints is not. So I don't know if he's a Saints fan or what. But
see, the thing about the Saints, I mean, if we're still talking about football, if you're still talking about the Saints, I'm really happy with what they've done, bringing in their new head coach with Sean Payton, retiring. So that's a good look. I really feel like Sean Payton going to end up in Dallas. I do. I believe that if not, I really believe Sean Payton might end up in Dallas, y'all. And if he do, as the head coach, I don't think he's officially really, really, really retired. I think he is scoping the scene on where he can go next. And Dallas would be the sexiest place on the planet for anybody.
He was our offensive line coach before he went to the Saints.
So I'm telling you, he's already familiar with Dallas. And who better than Sean Payton to be able to come in and teach a young Dak Prescott to be more mentally tough. You know what I'm saying? More mentally tough, more aware. Because if you can take a 6-foot Drew Brees and turn him into a Super Bowl winning quarterback, just imagine what he could do with Dak Prescott's arm. Just imagine what he can do if he got it through to Dak Prescott's mind. Just imagine. That would be awesome. And I would be a straight up hater if Sean Payton came to Dallas, because I am an diehard Eagle fan. Wow. That's my team. 2018, I was there in Philly because I had to be in the city if we won that championship. Yeah. Yeah, I caught a flight just to go sit in the hotel room, just to be in the city if the Eagles won. You know what I mean? And we did.
That sounds all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wennita's sister Monet. She like hyping you up big time on here. That's my sis.
That's my fan. That's my number one fan. She's always rooting me on. She know how much I'm passionate about football. I mean, it's everything to me. It gives me life. It brings me joy.
So thank you. And we're gonna see next week. We have the Rams. She's going for the Rams. I don't care. I'm just want to watch a good football game.
I'm the same way. I was forced to make a prediction, but if the Cincinnati Bengals because I have no dog in the fight.
Right.
I'm just here for good football. So if the Rams end up losing and the Bengals win, more power to Joe Burrow, coming off that horrible ACL injury he had last year as a rookie. He came in his rookie year, got hurt, and could not play not one down of football after he got hurt, right? So he came back this year, and look what he has done, y'all. He's in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know of Joe because one of our writers is a big Saints fan, and then he writes a lot about LSU. So he talked about Joe and Jamar. So that's kind of how I knew the names, but y'all can tell I'm not a football person. That LSU connection is so crazy.
I know,
it's so crazy.
All of those players.
Yeah.
I'm a Louisiana girl, so
you should be rooting for the Bengals more likely if you're a Louisiana girl. If you want to see your LSU players You should
And
be
I
going for
guess
the
that's kinda
Bengals.
who I'm rooting for, because
That's
those
what I'm
are all the
rooting
ones I
for.
really know right now, and that's because I have to edit the story, so I'm like, okay, I know that name, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna be a great Super Bowl. Y'all get your snacks ready, get your popcorn ready. Y'all, let's do this. Let's dance at halftime. It's gonna be great to close out the season.
well, I think the next time we're gonna have you on is at the beginning of the season to talk about the team. So we're gonna look forward
Oh,
to that.
absolutely. Thank you. I would love to come back because as you can see, I can talk about football 24/7. And my fiance is probably tired of me by now. Because honey, I sit in the living room and I break down defense coverages. I couldn't really go into all I wanted to go through now. Because I know we're on a time limit, but yeah, honey, we'll talk about the Tampa 2 and the 3-4 defense and the 4-3 defense. We'll go into all of that at the beginning of the season. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Wennita.
You're welcome.
Y'all see her information at the bottom. She is Naturally Nita on IG. On Twitter, she is NFL Chick. Y'all follow her, and she's Wennita Reed on Facebook. Follow her for y'all sports talk. Y'all see the girl know what she's
Hit me
talking
up.
about.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye,
You're
Fancy.
welcome.
Bye, Anya.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye. That was I love it. I love it because I used to be like, basketball was my thing. And guys used to be like, you don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing about no basketball. And I used to tell them. And so it's always dope when a woman know her stuff. So
Yeah. Just need to know it, like, because that was really interesting. I hadn't heard anybody just break it down, but I guess because I don't be just listening. But
all right.
you know, like I got it in that moment. I was like, okay, I can get this. Okay. So,
all right.
So now this is our trailer that we'll be playing next before we go into Anya as our guest, and she's going to be talking about confidence in just a minute.
Want to feel like, okay, well, why are you here with me? You know,
right?
Like they start. We do need men, you know. And I had a chance to just talk to her and tell her, and she was like, "Well, you do it all this and third," and I say, "I have to."
Drop the mister. Just call me Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Okay. Hey, girl.
I don't need nothing, no, sis. You don't need to work on that. Maybe this right here. You know, because listen. So, Sam. Well, thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive.
All right, and we're back. So, guys, this is a little different because this evening I will be interviewing Anya, who is also a confidence coach outside of being one of the co-hosts of Theories and Thoughts and Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive, and also all the other stuff Anya does. So I'm gonna let her, like we do with most of our guests. Anya, welcome to the show, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my gosh, it is such amazing to be a part of this wonderful podcast. Oh my goodness, thank you for having me.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm extra. As Fancy said, I am Anya T.M. Davis. As you know, I am the co-host of Theories and Thoughts podcast, Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive. I am also the CEO of Ladi CEO, which covers Ladi CEO brand management and consulting. Pick your persona, confident, a confident lady, fire lashes, and I feel like I'm missing something, but we're gonna figure it out later. I think that's.
And well, you can also say you're about to be an author.
I'm about to be an author. And I also speak on confidence and branding. So that's me. To learn more about me, you'll see my my website at the end of this interview.
All right. So, well, today, as I was saying, we're going to be discussing confidence. So we're going to be focused on the confidence coaching that you do. And I first wanted to know, like, where would you say your confidence comes from?
My confidence comes from, has a great deal to do with my faith, because who I believe in gives me the confidence to be 100% myself. Now, am I 100% myself all the time? Sometimes I do have self-doubt. Sometimes I have to be reassured. But for the most time, I am confident. I don't think there's no one that's confident 100% of the time. And I also believe that you can be confident in some areas and not as confident in one area. I feel like there's always one area you're not as confident in that you are in everything else. So my confidence level, I would say I'm extremely confident, especially in business, in the way that I present myself and who I am. When I step out, I am assured of who I am because of whose I am.
Okay, well, that's a straightforward, but it makes sense. And also, I'm just kind of curious because you said with your faith, and I know that your faith has been with, you've had it for a long time, but would you say that you were confident as a child? Like, do you think, or was it something that you more so had to grow into?
I feel that I had my times. I've always talked a lot. I've always been a lot. This, what y'all see, I've always been a lot. And a lot of people did not nourish that. A lot of people did not tell me it was okay to be that. Mm-hmm. I was an inquisitive child. I talk a lot about this in the book. I was an inquisitive child, so people didn't really want me around. So that kind of knocks you down a little bit, because people say it's self-esteem because it's self. But self-esteem and confidence has somewhat to do with how people perceive you and how people handle you. So as a child, a lot of people didn't really want me around. I was bigger than other kids. And I realized that it wasn't that I was just bigger. I was more curvier. So I felt like maybe something's wrong because these women looking at me weird and these men trying to get at me. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, what's the problem? And then, like I said, people didn't want me around. And it wasn't until I became a woman that I was like, okay, you don't have to want me around. I'm good. I'm good with being by myself. But being the only child, and then when you go out and you're around family and things, and people don't receive you because they don't know how to receive you. You're the loudest one. I've always been boisterous. My father was boisterous. And my mom has, her voice carries as well. Some people don't know how to take you. And I think that that's the reason why I wasn't as confident as a child, but I didn't know how not to be me. Because when I tried not to be me, it just didn't feel right. You go into like a depressed state. You go into unconsciousness of, you try to suppress who you are naturally, and you just become, it doesn't feel good.
Right.
And because it didn't feel good, I went forth as myself, but I wasn't as confident as I should have been.
But you were able to grow into that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But that's actually really good. And so what was it like? Can you describe the point where you were like, okay, I can coach other people, I can show other people how to be more confident, or I can show other women. Would you say your target audience is more so women also?
It's more so women. The reason why I started A Confident Lady is because I had a lot of women tell me that they wish they was as confident as I am. I post pictures. I don't use filters. I post pictures with my pigtails. I take pictures with no makeup. I've been on here with no makeup. There's a lot of women who cannot go out their door without makeup on. There's some women who don't feel comfortable just in some slacks and a nice shirt or what have you. I used to have a friend, and her daughter was like, how you go out with her and she will be dressed up and I'll be dressed down because my feet hurt, so I got on flats. I don't need to wear heels. I'm not as dressed up and prepped, and everything. So what made me say that I can start coaching other women is because I know who I am. And I had someone literally come to me and say, I need your help. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. Let me walk her through it. And so the foundation of being confident is owning who you are. In order to own who you are, you have to know who you are. And a lot of times people don't know who they are. That's why they can't be confident, because you can't be confident in a counterfeit. And I always say that you cannot be confident in a counterfeit. So the first thing is go back to the basics. Who were you when you was a child? And everybody told you that you shouldn't have been all these things. So if I had to listen to people, I wouldn't be so happy and smiling and boisterous and just this upbeat person, because I still feel like something was wrong. But as I said, I kept going through, even though they made me feel like something was wrong. And now I'm just like, I don't care if you don't want me around. I'm good with that. But my foundation is I am a happy person. I love people. I have a heart for people. You know, I love smiling. I love celebrating. You know, I love just being upbeat. That's at the foundation of it all. But I also like to be in my own quiet zone. Mm-hmm. That's something that people don't know. But I'm confident enough to say, set that boundary. Okay, I got to push back, because this is too much for me. This is too much that I'm intaking. So did I answer your question?
Yeah. And actually, it wasn't one of my original questions, but I'm just kind of curious because you mentioned boundaries. And how do you think like boundaries play a part in confidence?
Boundaries play a part in it because you have to be cautious of what you're intaking and what you're allowing into your space. That's what I mean by intaking. What you're allowing into your space. A confident person can tell you no and don't have to give you an explanation with it. A confident person can also say, I'm not going to allow you to handle me like that because I don't have to have you around. A person that is not as confident will just accept it because, hey, I need you. I need whatever you're giving me to make me feel confident when they're not just confident on their own. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. So I was just curious because I've been learning a lot more about boundaries, and just I realized I didn't really have boundaries, so I am learning them now. But moving on, so tell us more about a confident lady, your coaching business.
Okay, so a confident lady, confident coaching is what I do. I do have sessions for people. The first thing that I do is I tell them to think about what it is that they originally wanted to be and who they thought they were going to be. That's number one. There's a quote that I absolutely love. She says, I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I knew what type of woman I wanted to be when I grew up, by Diane Van Furkensberg, something like that. You may have heard me say that before because I say that quote all the time. Because as for myself, I knew the type of woman I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be a businesswoman. I knew I wanted to be I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know the word entrepreneur. Does that make sense? I knew I wanted to be a teacher. Although I have the degree to teach, I'm not a teacher. I mean, you know, in a classroom, but I do teach. I teach people different things in all walks of life. So that's the basics. If you like playing Scrabble on your phone, why are you not playing Scrabble on your phone? Why? Is it because somebody told you that it was stupid to play Scrabble on your phone? I like design games. And I realized that about myself. And you're forever growing into who you are or who you're supposed to be. I like design games. Some people might frown upon that. Being confident, and I help people get to the point that even if somebody do not amen or co-sign whatever you're doing, you're quite all right being it and doing that. So we just walk through different activities and we talk about what it is that they're thinking and what they're going through. A lot of it is self-talk. It's self-talk from what other people have said. Somebody may have said that you shouldn't wear red lipstick. Why I can't wear red lipstick? Oh, because, you know, back in the day, harlots wore red lipstick. But I like my red lipstick and my red lipstick look really pretty on me. So I'm going to wear my red lipstick. And if you feel like I'm a harlot, you feel like I'm a harlot. I don't care about what you say. And it's actually taking those baby steps, something as simple as some lipstick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I had a lot of people, because I had nice hair. Why would you go natural? Why would you cut off all your hair? Because I wanted to go natural and I wanted to cut off all my hair. Nothing was wrong with your hair. You're absolutely right. Nothing was wrong with my hair. But that's a decision that I made. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And in that, I had to stand on that and be confident in that. I could have folded and said, no, I'm gonna do something else. As you know, I wear my hair all different types of ways, but my favorite way is my hair natural. It's natural. I like my different colors and different things like that. So I help people to get to that point, especially women. And I say women because men are a little bit harder to work with confidence, because let me choose my words. They won't say that they're not confident. And if you tell them that they're not confident in an area, they're going to tell you no. Women, when you gain a trust with a woman, they're open to what you have to say. And if they come to you, a woman is more, and a woman will come to me and say, hey, I need some help on that. Just like I say, they will come underneath my post and be like, you're so confident. I want to be just like that. I wish I was that confident. And excuse me. So with that, men won't. So that's basically why I don't really work with men. But women will open themselves up to help. And what they don't realize is they're already confident. They just needed somebody to tell them that they was confident and point out the ways that they are confident. And it goes back to, in some areas, you may not be as confident, but in other areas, you killing it. You walking in the boardroom with your stuff like, hey, what's up? And all eyes on you, And how I got to that point was really just being who I am. I walk in rooms and people are like, who is she? I need to know who she is, because I'm assured of myself. I'm assured of who I am. I know what I have on. I know what I look like, and I love it. And that's another thing, kind of for women, we have self-image issues. For me, I can look in a mirror butt naked and look at myself and be like, okay, all right, you good, but I won't lie, I had to get to that point because I had so many people, so much noise telling me that I shouldn't be so big. And then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I'm really not that big. I got this little shape working, but some people will make you feel like you're a balloon. So I had to get to that point. I won't lie. I had to look at myself in the face and say, it's okay to have this big nose. And how many women have issues with their nose? Oh, I want a smaller nose. I want a nose job. Even their lips. There's women who have bigger lips and they want smaller lips. And here I am. I wish I had some soup coolers. But but I'm just saying that's how, you develop. That's how I work with people. So, okay, what you don't like, look in the mirror. Like, look and see all your imperfections and then start owning those imperfections. What can you do about them? And I'm big on owning what I don't like. I have freckles. I started liking my freckles as a woman. I can't do nothing about them freckles. They cute, even my gap. I wanted to close my gap. I had so many people tell me, girl, that gap is so sexy, women and men. And I'm like, okay. And then one day I just started embracing my imperfection, embracing it. And well, it's an imperfection for me. I started embracing it. And then I started looking at it differently.
Right.
So that's how I work with people. Go ahead.
So it's more, I'm just thinking like, it's a lot of mental work, going back and just, I guess you say, rebuttaling those insecurities or negative thoughts that we may be having. That's what it sounded like. Definitely.
Because that's why we're not confident, because we're second guessing ourselves because of something that somebody said or something that we heard. Because if we never heard it, we wouldn't be second guessing ourselves on it.
Right.
You so loud. You always loud. Why you gotta be loud? So when you walk in a room, you try not to be loud. And it's changing you into somebody else. So then you just got to be loud. You got to be who you are. If you have a hearty laugh, you have a hearty laugh. You can't do nothing about that. Now, if you're in the room, you got to be okay with people looking at you. And you wave. Hey. No, seriously, you have to become comfortable with you.
No, I get it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And it's just, that's the best way to combat it, because I know from personal experience, when we are, trying to be someone that we're not, that I don't know which is worse, to be honest. I mean, and I just say it that way because I know for me, even with all that I do in media, I still struggle with just being not being myself, but just kind of like the showing up aspect of things. Cause I would back out of situations. So I really had to learn to be more confident with myself as well. And it's still like a work in progress. So I totally agree with you when you say that there are some areas that we are more confident in than others. Cause it makes me think about even with my therapist kind of, just telling me, you know, like I have boundaries in my life, just going back to boundaries again, but you know, I have boundaries in better set in place, like when it comes to certain aspects of my life, whereas in other aspects of my life, I could really work on them. So it makes sense, you know, like different areas, just different feelings or whatever. But I would have to say, so like, how would you kind of describe the I'm gonna say your ideal client, but maybe like a typical client for you? Like how would you say, or what type of person would that be? Or what might they be dealing with?
My typical client will be someone who don't know their purpose. A typical ideal client will be someone who don't know their purpose and at a blah, because they're really trying to figure out who am I and what I'm supposed to be doing. And we work through that. First of all, it goes back to who in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Who is that person? Tell me about that person. Who are they? And then you have to start owning that and see, you have to write those things down. Who is she? She's funny. She's happy. She loves people. And you have to combat, because see, when you start thinking about those negative things, you have to have something to offset that.
Right.
You have to have something to offset it. The thought is, for one negative thing, say three positives. But how often can we think of that so fast? But if you keep telling yourself, I am this, I am this, I am this, affirmations, then you become that, because you remember, no, I'm okay, my nose big, so, you know, so, and it's so crazy because when you start owning it, other people start, they may say something about it. They may say, you know, I have men that tell me, with your big nose, and they like touch my nose or they kiss my nose. And here I am, I have an issue with my nose. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate my big cheek. Now, I didn't like my smile, but now I be like, oh, I got a cute smile. Wait, hello. You know, and it's owning those different things. So it's someone who lost their purpose, not sure where they're going, and trying to figure out that path, trying to figure out exactly where they're going, because they're not confident in who they are in their future.
Okay.
Hey,
so now this kind of brings me to my next question. As far as confidence and dating, because you've kind of, I mean, you know, people that watch the show know you've kind of talked about your dates before in the past, but I know that confidence plays a role in that, just being able to date and just being able to attract men. So what are your thoughts on the matter, or what tips can you share on that?
Okay. Well, men like happy women.
Okay. Well, that's straightforward.
Men like happy women. Nobody wants somebody that's dragging the ground. People want you to be doing something. Now, you can correct them if they feel like you're too busy. Like I had to tell somebody today, it's not that I'm just so busy. I can make time. However, case in point. So you just put Q's comment up there on the board, on the thing. We actually have a date on Sunday. Here goes. We're in a group together. And he had liked some things that we're also on Facebook together. And he had liked some things that I had posted, something like that. So I had been to his page and peeped them out. Okay. Then yesterday, somebody made a post saying, are you vulnerable to, you know, how vulnerable are you to open up for a relationship? And I was like, I'm good. You know, I'm healing. It's day by day, which it is. It's day by day. And he put that he's done the work and he's mentally, physically, and spiritually, emotionally ready. And these things. That's what I'm attracted to. I want somebody who's healed, working on their healing journey. So what I put underneath his post, ladies, you cannot be afraid. I put, oh, you need to be my friend.
Oh, okay.
I literally put, you need to be my friend. And he said, we could do that. I was like, he said, I could do that. And I said, my inbox is open. So here's the thing. The first thing is be available when somebody, first of all, be who you're supposed to be. Like, do the work for yourself. Because again, men don't want no unhappy woman. And if you dragging, you're gonna drag him. And he trying to find somebody, especially a healed man, a man that's on the journey of healing. He don't want somebody who's set in their thing and not trying to heal from the things that happen to them.
Right.
You don't want that. I don't want a man that's dragging and in his thing and I'm just this and this is who I am. And I don't want nobody like that. I want somebody that's like, look, I'm on this journey. I'm trying to find me somebody that is nice, you know, that want things out of life. That's what you want. So you have to be and own who you are before you can bring somebody into your space. That's number one, to get your babe. He not my baby. We just met, but I'm just saying to get your baby. Number two, so is be prepared. Number two, be available. Be available. I tell people all the time, I hate people in my inbox. Don't come in my inbox. Like, hold some type of conversation with me. But be available. That's number two. Be available. Be around. You know, when I say be available, I'm talking about be around where men are. If you're a woman, if you're a man, be where the women are. The type of women that you will want, the caliber of woman that you will want, the caliber of man that you will want. So I like nice restaurants. So when I take myself on a date, which I do, I take myself to nice restaurants. I don't go to no bummy restaurant, no restaurant that I wouldn't want no man to take me on a date.
That makes sense.
Number three, you have to show a person with, I feel like, how do I say this? You show a person what you like. You know, I buy flowers all the time. So if I was dating somebody, they would see I'm buying flowers for myself. So they'll catch that hint. Oh, she like flowers. Let me buy her some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I bought myself chocolate covered strawberries for Valentine's Day. So if a man is interested in me, he would see that. So, you know, you like what you like. So don't be afraid to get those things and do those things. Show the person what you like. Number four, I'm gonna give you 5. Number 4 would be, don't be afraid to initiate the conversation. Don't be afraid to initiate the conversation. Women, no, a lot of women, I'm not chasing no man. I'm not doing this. It could be something as simple as saying, I like your smile. You know, you handsome. You know what? I like that comment you said. I mean, if it's on Facebook or something like that, I like that comment you said. Or if you're in a gathering, what you say you do again? Tell me more about your business. You see what I'm saying? That's showing interest. That's me being confident. I'm putting myself out there to show you, hey, I'm interested. You know, now if you're interested and we start to talk, then it will carry on. But if he's not interested, he's gonna tell you what he do, then he gonna move on. But you didn't necessarily have to put yourself all the way out there.
Right.
You have to be out there. So, and number 5 is be positive. Be positive about the journey. Don't go into the journey of dating. Don't go into the journey of dating thinking all men or all women are just alike and you're not gonna find what you want. Because you've already defeated yourself. You're already defeated. You're defeated because you've already made up your mind that they ain't gonna go right. So any man that you date, and he ain't nothing that he gonna be able to do because you already in your mind and damned him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just kind of like curse the journey with that type of mindset. So
Right.
Like, all of those make sense.
Huh?
I was saying all of those make sense. So number 1, be prepared. Number 2, be available. 3, show a person what you like. 4, don't be afraid to initiate the convo. And 5, be positive. So those are what we say?
5 tips to get back. 5 dating tips. Confident dating tips.
5 confidence dating tips. Okay. Okay. So is there anything, I did not run your banner because I'm looking at the time, we hadn't even gotten to the news, but you have really shared some great tips and I do want to run your banner also. So
I have coaching on Wednesdays. You can get you a slot. Just contact me. My email is arnya@ladyceo.com. My website is ladyceo.com. As you know, on all platforms, pretty much Lady CEO. What I would say is this: go to my page, my Facebook page. I do have a Facebook page, and it's called A Confident Lady. I forgot to tell you that on Fancy. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's A Confident Lady. And every day I put something for motivation. On Mondays, I have a song or a sermon or something to give you some confidence. And I put confidence quotes. It may not be my own. It may be a meme. It may be anything. Sometimes I put just breathe, because you have to be confident enough to just step back and say, I'm gonna breathe right now. I ain't gotta be in the middle. Because a lot of times, not all the time, but sometimes people are, not me, but some people are just loud. That's not even their character. That's not even who they are. They're up like this so they can gather attention. And some people it's just natural, like me. This is who I am. But other people, that's not even their character, but they are that way just so people can see them, so they can garner attention. But own who you are at all costs. That's what being confident is.
All right. Well, that completes the interviewing segment.
That was fun.
And you shared some good tips. And also, I learned a little bit more about you and your story. So, yeah, that was really interesting. Well, we can. What? I was going to say, since the interview over, I have, I am co-hosting he put be genuine. I am co-hosting a Painting and Sipping Pretty on Sunday at 12 p.m. You can find information on my page if you are interested. It's a Galentine's Day event, even though it's the 13th. Oh, that's
Grab
cool.
Come on.
Okay. So, and then if y'all can't find the page, you can also there is her website and her Instagram, as well as her email. So y'all have some ways to reach out, definitely.
Yeah, it's on my website.
Okay. All right. Well, so we can get into the news. Well, but we have like 5 minutes. Do you want to get into the news?
I don't have to do the news.
Okay. I'm cool with it. It's been a kind of a long day for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I guess since we ran your banner, now I can run mine. I'm trying to think what I have going on. Right now, Swagger Magazine is hosting a Love Your Brand sale, and like it's in honor of Valentine's Day. So you get a online feature as well as a interview on our Facebook page. And yeah, and so it's $99. It is listed on the website. If you go under the shop tab, so you can visit swagger.net or also go to Swagger Magazine on Instagram and find the link there. And then also I have it on my link tree on Fancy Stock, so you can also go there. So any of those places is good, but also any of those places is where you can find me. And it seems like it's something else I needed to share, but I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Something special for Valentine's Day?
I guess that's it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through this day. So
next week, our guest is Danae, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Danae will be talking about narcissists, Kanye. That was one of our stories, and the impact. So join us next week. We will have Danae. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we're gonna see you later. Bye.